Hello, want to hear me completely butcher the English language? Yes? Are you sure? Well, then welcome to Jam and the Mystery of the Mysteriously Spooky Mansion. It's described as a reverse whodunit game, and this is a really funny point-and-click mystery game by a person called Res. Let's go! I like the music. Okay, let's get started. Living room. Okay. We have a guy tied up. Fire extinguisher, portrait, lamp, plant. Okay. The fire extinguisher sits on the dresser, but nothing seems to be on fire. Yet. Okay. I'm gonna click on this guy last. The painting depicts a mysterious man. Speaking of mysterious men, there's one tied to a chair in the middle of the room. Yes, there is. Not gonna click yet, though. The lampshade is decorated with a faint print of prancing circus elephants. Okay, that's a weird pattern to have on your lamp, but okay. If it wasn't already evident, there's also another, slightly more pressing elephant in the room. Yes, okay, let's go. Ooh, hello, Jam. Finally, it's time for me to unmask the villainous mastermind behind this case. And the culprit is... Alexander V. Badman. Badman, okay. Just as I suspected, my arch nemesis, the notorious intermunicipal criminal genius, Alexander V. Badman. That was a hard word. Kid. Are you seriously doing this right now? You've evaded justice for too long, Badman. It's high time someone took you down. And that someone is me, Jam, the world's greatest kid detective between the ages of 4 and 17 in the western half of Lynn County. Wonderful. Oh boy. Okay, kid, listen. I realize maybe I don't have the best track record of this, but this time, on this, I'm totally innocent, I swear. And what's more, oh, I'm sure you're innocent, Badman. Just like that time with the T-Rex portraits. It was just one T-Rex portrait, actually. Or the haunted factory. Technically never proved it was me underneath that bedsheet. Or the puzzling predicament of the vanishing gazebos. Alright, yeah, that one was totally me. But I'm telling the truth, I didn't do wrong in this particular abandoned house. I was just, you know, doing some stuff, when all of a sudden you came out of nowhere with a frying pan, knocked me out cold, and tied me to a chair. That's not cool. Extremely rude, by the way. But there's something else you need to know. Before you got here, I was poking around upstairs when I saw something seriously doing some stuff. Right. I'm serious, kid. We gotta untie me and run for it. Like, there's some real uncanny shit going down here, and if we don't get out of here, we're gonna get... Save it for the judge, Badman. The only thing I want to hear out of you is your confession. I love this so far. My confession to what? I haven't even done anything yet. Your confession to... the crime. The crime that was done by you that I definitely have solved in its entirety. Oh my god, you haven't even tried to figure out what's going on. Of course I have. My powers of deduction are impeccable. I just need a minute to get my evidence in order. Which I will be doing over there, in a different room. Wait, listen to me, kid. Kid, don't leave. Kid! Stupid arch nemesis. Ugly turtleneck. I can prove he's the one who did it. Just as soon as I figure out what it is. Maybe I should go find some actual evidence first. Okay, change rooms with map. Where are we now? We're in the living room. That's here. Let's go to the kitchen. Fridge. You do hear an awful lot about dead bodies being stuffed in fridges. Assuming it's still functional, it would be a perfect place to hide evidence. I'll just open it up and... Huh? I guess that's technically still food. The yellow mold seems to be enjoying it anyway. Ooh, what's this? This fish seems, well, relatively fresh. Ooh, we got a fish. Crimson clupide. Clupide? I don't know. Which, given the circumstances, is pretty suspicious, if you ask me. Guess I'll just take it with me. Alright, that's one piece of evidence down. I think I should get at least one more before I go and confront Alexander. Okay. A fish. Can I click on it? No. Oven. The oven seems to work, at least. Might be fun to try my hand at a little baking while I'm here. Calendar. Baking. Ooh, someone left out their ingredients. Looks like they were going to bake a cake with all this. If they're not gonna do it, maybe I'll take a crack at it. Okay, let's add the flour. Some eggs. Whole, of course, for the extra nutrition. Then a stick of butter. A spoonful of sugar. Whatever this weird bitter almond sauce is. Vanilla flavoring. And mix it all together. Looking good. Next up, time to bake. Yes, let's bake it. Now then, let's get this cake a-baking. Just need to figure out how. Okay, let's go to another room. Let's go to the parlor. Ooh, cool painting. Oh, a key. Huh, that's weird. Looks like someone left a key hanging from the ceiling by a string. No idea why anyone would do that, but I do know that a clue this tantalizing got to lead to something significant. If only I could get it down. Stuff. It's just called stuff. I like that. And evidence. Okay, we don't have anything to get it down with. Oh wow, a still life with a skull and a bottle of wine. Super original. Never seen that one before. There's something mysterious about it though. Is it the window? The unlit candle? Feels like this composition is missing something. What could it be? A fish? No. Do we have anything else in it? Ooh, something there. It looks there's something way back underneath the couch. I could probably grab it if I just reached in. But on the other hand, it also looks like no one's vacuumed down there in at least half a century. Just like my apartment. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Okay, Jem. Library. What do we have here? Books, of course. 2 books. The book is titled The Tome of a Dubiously Plotted Related Information. Did someone just subscribe to me on Twitch? Huh. The book is titled The Tome of Dubiously Plot Related Information. These words are really hard in this game for some reason. And it's like a 4 to 17-year-old doing it. Well, English is my second language after all, so that's my excuse. It's open to a chapter somewhere in the middle. Chapter 15. The Tale of the Brothers 3. Once upon a time, there were 3 jesters who did themselves brothers call. The first jester was Kleptmilk, the second Mahendra, and the third Jimbo. The ND. No, not more. Chapter 16. The Tale of the Unreliable Text. Hey, there's a book on that chair. Well spotted, Jam. A book tucked away in a hard-to-find location. It's gotta have all sort of clues and evidence squirreled away inside. I'll just open it and... Oh, something fell out. An aging post-it note. Was someone using this as a bookmark? And that text. Iron Snail Authorization. What could it mean? I mean, aside from Alexander V. Badman is super guilty. Because that's totally what it says to me. Anyway, that makes 2 pieces of evidence. I should be able to figure out what Alexander's up to with this. Still, maybe gathering a little more evidence could be useful. Okay, let's go to bedroom. Ooh, creepy. Ooh. This is 1 bedroom. I wonder what the story is behind this. That's got to be the most terrible drawn demonic summoning circle I've ever seen. Still pretty spooky though. In terms of occultic likelihood, to corrupt the youth and steal their souls for the devil, I'd rank it like 5 points above rock music and just a smidge below Magic the Gathering. Okay. Oh, I can click all 3 clowns. Let's go with the drawers first. Hey, that bedside table looks pretty promising. Bet there's some solid evidence in there. That or another Gideon Bible. Let's see. Oh, lucky me, it's a revolver. Oh, and it's in stuff and not evidence. And it's still got 5 bullets loaded in it. What a totally innocent and normal item for an American teenager to find lying around the house. Haha, totally normal. Yes. Ugh. The right-hand clown smirks in the shadows. His bow tie weighs heavy with a sacred promise of a seltzer to the face. Jam boops him on the nose. There is a faint click. Oh? The middle clown stares down with an expression of incalculable grief, his hands raised in supplication to an absent god. Jam boops him on the nose. The click is slightly louder this time. Okay. The left-hand clown barrels towards the viewer like the world's most exuberant freight train. The vector of his relentless advance, a reminder of one's own impotence. Boop! From somewhere behind the painting comes the sound of shifting machinery. The mechanism seems to have reset itself. Is there something I'm missing? Can we shoot it? Okay, let's switch rooms. Lounge. Ooh, what the fuck is that? What the hell? Candle. Can't look at candles, too busy trying to not get my soul sucked out through my teeth. Oh cool, a yardstick. All I need to do is walk past that. That demonic monstrosity, holy crap, it's going to eat me alive! Oh god, what is that thing? Why does it have so many eyes? Oh god, oh man, oh god. Can we shoot it? It looks pretty fucking cool though. Let's go somewhere else. Bathroom. Mirror. Why, who's that supremely graceful and astute super sleuth in the mirror? Could it be Jam, the world's greatest kid detective between the ages of 4 and 17 in the western half of Lane County? Oh, I'm ever so busy solving crimes. I couldn't possibly stop to post for the cover of the Nancy Drew review. Okay, maybe just this once. She's adorable. Oh, what is that? Is there something in the tub? Let's see. Oh. Oh, God. I don't want this. I don't think anyone has ever wanted this. Upsettingly detailed horse mask. If there's one thing I've learned from playing a copious amount of video games, it's that you always need to check the trash cans. Very true. You never know where someone might have hidden a secret treasure, or even an equipable item that heals 1/16 of your maximum HP per turn. Okay, maybe one of those is slightly less useful than the other in this situation. Still, even if there were something good in there, I can't say I'm super thrilled about reaching in and grabbing it. There are some pretty nasty looking tissues wadded up in there. Ugh. Study, last room. Ugh. Billy S. Billy S. No idea who this chump is, but he's got some seriously creepy eyes. It's like they can follow you around the room. Yeah. Oh, did they move? Ooh, what's this? A mysterious letter? I bet it's full of all kinds of dirt and Batman. The concluding statement of the killer. As this rubescent haze dissipates from about my consciousness, in most total clarity do I revisit those actions which over the preceding month I did purgitate. I'm just butchering this game. I am very sorry, but this house, how it reeks of that most sanguineous humor, and so to my solid hands, which did that humor spill. He and I thought ourselves bold, but that facade crumbled like ash before the tremendous horror that from our outmine floor did emerge. To merely witness it rising from the circle would itself percuss the brain to insensibility. It is best not to think of such things. The deed is done, and undone can it not be, yet these words assuage my woe little. The vitessence which from mine friend I rept that I might invoke the demon, how glad would I be to have it back, and the demon perlineated from this earth. I was mad, then, so too was he. And now of him only his lone mandible remains. As for that demon, I have sealed its essence within the lawn statuary, and transplanted its corporeal form upon my harpooning gun. Still does it stand, as though a corpus lifelorn. But full well I know the comely death desires as little to do with the demon as I. And oh, the worms that out from its immaculate corpse do wriggle and bream. The worms. I am but a festering rind of cheese swollen to bursting with worms. Their blood-ravenous susurrations churn the rancid milk of my soul. The writhing, the gnawing, the boundless hunger. Even now. Boring! I could barely even read most of that. I agree. But whatever it said, I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with the crimes that Batman definitely committed here. Yeah, I spent so much energy trying to pronounce those words that I didn't even realize what I was saying. A locked box. Narrative convention dictates that it's gotta be full of treasure, or at least an important bit of evidence. But how to open it? I bet there's a key somewhere. If this is a gas stove, then I guess I need some kind of spark to ignite it. But just to be safe, I should light it from a distance. For this sort of situation, I've got just the tool. But first, I'd better figure out how to open the gas vent or whatever. Well, these metal bits are really stuck. Maybe if I whack it with the gun. Oh. Well, I guess that worked. Gosh, I love baking. Pretty sure that cake's gonna need at least another hour. Okay. Maybe we should get that a fire extinguisher. Where was that? In the living room? Pretty sure a fire extinguisher is like the opposite of evidence. Still, it's good to have one handy in a place like this. This house is probably even older than asbestos. Right, maybe I could use the mask if I just put it on. Okay. This isn't helping. Okay, maybe if I put the mask on it instead. Wow, that's somehow exactly as terrible as it was before. Still, at least it's not any worse. Dot. 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 Nope. Can we shoot it? No. Haha, alright, well, now that the taxidermy demonic entity is out of the way, I can get back to what's really important here. Pocketing everything within eyeshot that isn't nailed down. Starting with this candle. Not actually sure I'm gonna need this, seeing as the house is pretty adequately lit already, but I'm not really opposed to the ability to light random things on fire either. Maybe we should have used that instead of the gun on the oven? I sure am glad that I can walk past this absolute nightmare without any issue at all. Yep, just gonna walk on over to pick up this yardstick while avoiding looking to my left at all costs. Totally cool. Wait a second. This isn't a yardstick. It's all in centimeters and stuff. What a waste of wood. Honestly, how are you even supposed to use that? Well, join the rest of the world, use the metric system. But I wanted that for the key. Aha! Brilliant idea, Jam. If I attach the revolver to the end of the stick, I can practically double my range. Yeah, sure. The final boss won't even know what hit it. There is going to be final boss, isn't there? Maybe there's a better way to use this. Okay, for the key. Good thing I have this loaded revolver handy. Let's see. Ready, aim, and an alley-oop. The thrown revolver strikes the key and knocks it loose from the ceiling. Yay! Worked like a charm. I sure am glad I took all those gun throwing classes back in elementary school. We got a key. Oh, wrong room. For the study. Okay, let's open the box. I guess the key would probably make the most sense. And it's open. A knife? A bloodstained knife? There's like a 0% chance this baby wasn't involved in some crime or another. Not really sure what crime, but I can work it out as I go. I just love her. She's so weird. Ooh, the painting. Aha! This painting must be a puzzle, and I bet if I solve it, I'll find another piece of evidence. Fortunately, I figured out the solution ages ago. If I just take this actual candle and use it to light the one in the painting, then the entire painting would catch fire. Huh? Not what I was expecting. Pretty lame puzzle, if you ask me. So we're just going around setting everything on fire. Okay, good. You know, I think the fire really balances the composition. Maybe I could get it in on a little of this demon summoning action. Just need to put the candle in place and... Almighty demons or whatever, heed my call! I don't know what your deal is, but I've got a pretty ripe soul to trade, if that's your thing. It's all yours, as long as you can get me a best-selling series of beloved children detective novels about my heroic exploits. And the Netflix adaptation had better last at least 3 seasons, or the deal's off. Okay, let's try and talk to him. Alexander Badman. Alrighty, time to wrap this up. I know what you did, and I've got the evidence to prove it. Like 2 pieces of evidence. Obviously this one and the fish. I have to say, this case was a tricky one. A strange fish and an encrypted message. For a lesser detective, one less worldly, and rigorously well-versed in subjects ranging from geography to social studies, perhaps it would have even been insurmountable. But not for me, Jam, the world's greatest kid detective between the ages of 4 and 17 in the western half of Lynn County. It took all my wits to crack this one, but once I saw the connection, the answer was as clear as obsidian. Is obsidian very really clear? Kid, have you ever actually, been outside Lynn County? Curious that you should mention travel, Badman. Most curious indeed. Also, just for the record, I did in fact visit Portland for a Raffi concert when I was 4, so you can stop treating me like some ignorant child anytime now. Ahem. Anyway, my first hint was in the initials of the note. Iron Snail Authorization, or ISA. What else should that stand for, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. International Secret Assassination. Oh my god. Not content to be a mere intermunicipal criminal genius. You had set your sight on a much grander prize. Cold-blooded murder in a foreign land. Do I look like a cold-blooded murderer too? Looks can be deceiving, Badman. That's the first rule of detectiving. Regardless, it wasn't enough to merely uncover the nature of your plot. I had to identify the intended victim and means of assassination. Fortunately, you left me with a second valuable clue hidden in the note. Why write snail and not, for instance, Sarsophone? Sarsophone. Because no one knows what the hell a Sarsophone is. But think, where are snails most commonly eaten? That's right, France. Of course, we both know you're too broke to fly to France, so I had to look elsewhere. Wow, okay, that was totally unnecessary. In France, the national language is French. But do you know where else they speak French? Canada! That's where. A vast, almost entirely uninhabited wilderness, full of extremely polite, internationally famous musicians who don't lock their doors at night, a mere 8 hours away by car. I couldn't devise a more perfect venue for your vile schemes, even if I made it up entirely on the spot. I kinda think you made it up on the spot, Jam. You're pretty much there already, kid. But how, then, to commit this murder? A wayward hockey puck? Locking your victim in a cage with a starved beaver? No, such means are too inelegant for someone like yourself, and thus we come to the fish. To kill a francophone, only one tool is suitable. Poison. Or like poisson, which is fish in French. Wait, what? It means fish in French. Oh. Anyway, just in case you're still planning to go ahead with the whole fish murder road trip thing, I went ahead and took the precaution of slashing your tires. My work here is pretty much done. Wait, you did what? Later, or rather, hasta la vista. That means later in French. I'm pretty sure that's Italian. What a mess. Stuck in a haunted house, tied to a chair, and now I need to buy new tires. At least it can't get any worse. Still, the kid was right about one thing. A nice long vacation in Canada sounds pretty appealing right now. The end. Ending 1 out of 16. Canada. Okay, that was fun. That was really fun. I'm gonna try a different ending. Try a different set of evidence. Okay, let's try a knife. Oh, we have to talk to him first. Let's try the knife and the cryptic note. A strange collection of evidence, isn't it? A note shrouded in secrecy. A knife steeped in blood. A mansion lost to ruin. Not sure I'd call a 1B a mansion, but I don't know what that means. But this evidence is all I need to crack this case wide open. Yes, this case of violence, passion, romance. The confounding case of the clowns and the craniums. The what nows? Spare me the feigned ignorance, Batman. We both know you're not as completely dim-witted as you look. Thanks? Wait, or was that an insult? But you are a bonehead, or should I say, a skull from the Cranium Gang? I knew what was up as soon as I saw the paintings in the parlor and bedroom. This mansion may look totally crashed and unwanted, but it's actually the staging grounds for the bitter, blood-soaked turf war between the rival gangs, the clowns and the craniums. The skull and clown paintings are the gang's way of marking their territory, like graffiti, but infinitely less practical. The second floor is clown turf, while the craniums rule the ground floor. From the fact that I found you in the living room, it was simple to deduce that your loyalty lies with the craniums. Am I wrong? I mean, yes. Even if I do hate clowns. Aha! So the truth comes out. And with that, everything else falls tidily into place. Tell me, Batman, in a tussle, what's a gangster's second most deadly weapon? I guess a gun would be number 1, so a knife? Precisely. And what a coincidence that I should find just such a weapon locked away deep within clown territory. One might assume that you had hidden armaments there to later access when the cranium stormed the second floor, but I don't think it's that simple. The knife was bloodied when I found it. In other words, this was an implement not of future violence, but of violence past. A memento of a fallen comrade, or perhaps even a lover? Kid, you know I'm already married, right? But your lover could have been a fellow cranium. If that had been the case, why then would the knife be on the second floor? No, Batman. You fell in love with a clown, didn't you? A forbidden love, star-crust even, like Tony and Maria from Shakespeare's timeless masterpiece, A Midsummer Night's Dream. And when your lover, like Tony, perished in a brutal knife fight in this very house, you swore revenge. A revenge no less than the total annihilation of all the remaining clown gang. This note, Iron Snail Authorization. Here's another question, Badman. What is a snail? A mollusk? Okay, yes, but I was kinda hoping you'd give a less accurate answer. A slug in a shell? Exactly, and so we come to the truth of the iron snail. A slug in a metal shell. Wait, you don't mean... Indeed, this note from the Big Skull boss was to give you permission to use the gangster's deadliest weapon in its most lethal form. When a gangster comes sauntering down the street at you and slowly lifts their arm, what should you fear most? A gun? Nah, I'm talking about rhythmic hand percussion. What? I know you're an uncultured ruffian, but have you never even seen A Midsummer Night's Dream? Gangsters are at their most dangerous when they're slowly advancing towards you while snapping, clapping, and performing Broadway choreography. But even more dangerous than such barehanded percussion is the use of the castanets. Traditionally, a pair of shells bound with string. The slug is the string, its iron shell, the metal discs used in the crackabs. That is, the Moroccan castanets. I shudder to even imagine the carnage if you got your hands on such a weapon. Kid, you whipped out an actual revolver like 10 seconds ago. At any rate, your revenge plan ends here, Badman. I know the pain you bear must be heavy, and it's all too easy to let the pain burden into hate. But that's not what your lover would have wanted, is it? You can't heal until you learn how to forgive. When the rest of your gang gets here, you tell them that. It's up to you to end this cycle of violence. Take care, Badman. My work here is done. Kid? You realize there's no actual cranium gang coming to untie me, right? Kid, come back here. Ugh. At least leave me the revolver. The end. Ending 11. West side of Lynn County story. Okay, I guess I can get many more endings, but the video is gonna be way too long if I do. So I advise you to go and get the other endings yourself, because this game is really fun. I liked it. I'm probably gonna go back and try and get some more endings myself. So yeah, go and play it yourself, try and get the other endings. Thank you all for watching. Do check me out on Twitch, where I play games like this one, and horror RPG Maker games from Stardew Valley. I stream every Monday and Friday. So I'll see you over there. Have a good evening. Bye!